tagged. Hi everybody, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. My name is Sarah and this is Kevin, struggling with our goat babies. And today we're going to share with you some information about us. We were just tagged by Lorella from Not a Farm Girl to participate in, I don't know.
It's called the 5-question collaboration.
Yeah, that thing. And so we sat down and came up with some answers to these questions, and so we are going to just spend a few minutes sharing with you a little bit about ourselves. So the first question is, name 3 YouTubers that have inspired you. And I think I'm going to start off by answering the first YouTubers that inspired us. You know, we started watching YouTube and we started thinking about homesteading way before we moved onto this property. We had a small homestead, an urban homestead in the Phoenix area for about 4 years before we moved out here, before we left corporate America to relocate out here to the country. And in that process, we started watching An American Homestead. And
there's a goat about to eat the camera.
There's a goat affecting the camera. Princess! Princess!
She's chewing on the tripod.
No, 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 no. Hey, hey, hey. Get off there. Okay. So, An American Homestead. Their channel was on a Roku channel, a homesteading Roku channel, and we thought that was super awesome. So we started watching them.
Before they even moved onto their homestead. Like they had, well, they were showing videos when they were getting ready to move, remember?
No. I don't remember, but I believe you. But they were inspiring to us because, you know, we were just getting into homesteading in an urban atmosphere, and we were dreaming and dreaming about, you know, moving into the country and that kind of thing. And we were so inspired by their story and very encouraged. And to this day, we actually continue to watch them and are very motivated and inspired and encouraged by them.
And to be honest, we didn't really know much about the Ozarks.
That's true.
Except for through their videos. I mean, we had heard of the Ozarks. We didn't even really know where the Ozarks were or, you know, what the climate was like or things like that. But we learned a lot by watching their videos. Now, they're in Arkansas, but
right.
We're only about 30 minutes from Arkansas, so it's a very similar climate to where we're at here.
Right, absolutely. And, you know, it's because of their homestead and their channel that really got us to thinking about maybe the Ozarks is the best place for us. And ultimately, we ended up moving to the Ozarks because of, you know, them.
Right.
So.
The second channel that we picked is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. If you've watched any of their videos, you know that they are great teachers. And that's something that Sarah and I strive to be. We hope that we're good teachers. We hope that when we're doing our videos that we get our message across, and that if you guys have questions, we're always open to answering those. But we really feel like they are great teachers. And I think to us, part of the success of their channel and hopefully the success of our channel will be, you know, being those teachers, being a resource for people to come to, especially when they're first starting out. You know, we've been doing this now for about 5 years. We're a little over a year of being full-time homesteaders, not having any other jobs other than homesteading. And, you know, we learned a lot. We've made a lot of mistakes. We continue to make mistakes, but we've also had a lot of successes, and we have learned a lot through both of those. So yeah. We definitely continue to watch them. You know, as YouTubers, we continue to, you know, try to not necessarily style ourselves after them, but they kind of set a bar, and we hope to try to live up to that.
Right. And kind of along the same lines, you know, with the Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, Just this May, we went to the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival. We live really close to there. We live about 25 minutes from Baker Creek in Missouri in Mansfield. And, you know, we went there just to be part of the festivities and to see Doug and Stacy and their talk and that kind of thing. We went into their booth ahead of time and we met Doug and Stacy, but then they introduced us to a homestead that is very close to us. It's called Ozark Off-Grid Family, Joe and Chris and their kids. We got to meet them. They have, you know, a YouTube channel. And so
they're our number 3 pick.
They're our number 3 pick, and that's because, you know, not only do they have a great channel, but they are awesome people, and they're an awesome family, and they are big time encouragers to us. We've gotten together on several occasions, and you know, gosh, I think they could be motivational speakers for us. They're super encouraging to us and really push us and are you know, always giving us good feedback, and we really appreciate that. And they're such great people and such a great family.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and just yesterday they gave us a call. You know, said they've been watching some of our videos and had some tips for us on ways that we could improve, ways, you know, things that they think we're doing really well. And yeah, they're always there to encourage us. I mean, you know, when we're feeling down, like maybe things aren't going as well as they should be, they're always there saying, you know, you guys are doing a great job, keep it up, you know, I mean, so yeah, Joe and Chris have definitely been an inspiration to us, just from that aspect of them always being there to kind of lift us up. So
and to lighten us up too,
right, yeah,
you know?
we can be kind of serious sometimes, and they have a tendency to bring out that, like, hey,
fun,
you know, this isn't all, you know, big deal if your tomato plant died. It's not the end of the world. You planted 80 of them. You still have 79, you know? But don't focus on that one. So, yeah, they definitely bring out the best in us in that way.
Yeah. So those are the 3 YouTubers that have inspired us the most. The next question is, name 3 things that you are good at.
So the first one is we're good at working together.
Yeah.
We've been married for almost 20 years. We started dating when we were 19 years old and got married when we were 22 years old. And we've kind of grown together through our marriage, and we have learned through that experience that we love being together. We love spending time together. We work really well together.
We get a lot accomplished
in 20
together.
years of marriage, we've never had an argument. We always agree on everything. We see eye to eye 100% of the time.
Wow.
That's not true at all. But we've learned how to work through when we have differences, and Sarah just has learned over time that I'm usually right.
Oh my gosh.
No, but we do. We work really well together, and we accomplish a lot when we work together.
We do, absolutely. We're also good at teaching. Hopefully that's not just one-sided, that we think we're good and people think we're terrible. It comes naturally to us. You know, we've started kind of teaching stuff about homesteading back in Phoenix. You know, we were kind of an oddity back there. You know, nobody had a backyard at all, and we actually had nice land there. And so we would have a lot of people that would come over for tours and have lots of questions, and we would, you know,
talk about raising goats and pigs and chickens and ducks, and I mean we raised
gardening.
I mean we did everything in the desert, right. And yeah, it was not a common thing in that area. So we did a lot of teaching in those areas. We even would have Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops come and tour our farm there, and now that we're here in Missouri, we're kind of doing the same thing. We're constantly meeting people who maybe aren't homesteaders or are just starting out homesteading. We're always really open and try to invite them over and teach them the things that we've learned. I mean, anything to help people's learning curve, I think is a good thing.
Right, yeah. We're also good at money management.
Yeah, this is a big thing for us. We live 100% debt-free.
Yes.
We pretty much always have, except, you know, we did have a mortgage at one point. We no longer have a mortgage. We worked really hard. Sarah and I Sarah and I both had really good corporate jobs when we lived in the Phoenix area. I was in sales for a long time, and Sarah was in human resources. You know, we both had really good jobs, and for a long time, we bought into that lie that the American dream was to have this, you know, really big house in this really nice neighborhood and
nice car,
nice
stuff,
and so we did all of that, and we were miserable. We knew there was something inside of us saying this isn't the way it's supposed to be, that this isn't right, and so we started to downsize. We started off by eliminating all of our debt. You know, we sold the big house. We bought a smaller house. Once we bought that house, we paid that mortgage almost completely off before we moved here to Missouri. And now that we're here in Missouri, we have no debt. We don't have a mortgage. We don't have car payments. We have very, very few monthly payments. We share a cell phone.
We don't have cable.
We don't have cable TV.
Mm-mm.
We
don't even have Netflix or what's the other one?
No, we have an antenna.
Yeah, we get 11 channels.
But there is almost 4 hours of Walker Texas Ranger on every night.
Every day.
I'm just telling you. You can never, ever get too much Walker Texas Ranger. I'm just telling you that. So yeah, money management, that's a good thing that, in all honesty, we have always seen eye to eye on. We have both always been on the same page with that.
And that has helped over the years.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Name 3 things that excite you. It excites us to grow our own food. To break away from the grocery store, break away from Walmart. You know, we're not 100%, and we're 99% away from the grocery store when it comes to meat. You know, that's the honest truth. A lot of times we say 100%, but you know, there are times when I just want some sandwich meat, deli meat, or some hot dogs or something like that. Now, we're against preservatives, nitrates, especially in our meat. And so when we do get those kinds of things at the store, they're preservative free. We grow a ton of our own food in the garden. That is so important to us. When we run out of that food that we've grown or raised ourselves, oh my gosh, I get so angry, actually, irritated to have to buy in the store what we know we can produce at home.
Well, which is why we do a lot of canning.
Yeah.
In the summer, when things are in season, we do a lot of canning, so we have those things all year long.
Yeah, canning, freezing, dehydrating. We raise a lot of vegetables, as much fruit as we can. We just planted an orchard this fall, so it'll be a little bit, but we've got berries here and herbs, spices, those kinds of things. I want to do all at home, and that gets me, both of us, but I think more me, totally pumped up. Yeah.
The second thing is watching our YouTube channel grow.
Yes.
We just passed 600 subscribers today.
Yeah.
That is incredible to us. I mean, that's just amazing. There's 600 people who care about what we're doing. Now, that in the grand scheme of things, when you have channels out there with 1 million subscribers, 600 may not sound like a lot,
right.
but I was talking to a friend last week, and he kind of put it in perspective for me. He said, just think if you were to say, I'm going to give a talk about goats, and 600 people showed up to listen to you. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, 600 people have showed up to watch our channel, and to me, that's just amazing. And,
it is.
And it's fun to watch it grow, and we just hope that we continue just to be who we are, and that you guys enjoy that, and you'll get to, just come along on our journey with us. We're just trying to give you a real picture of what it's like when you start to live this lifestyle.
Other things that excite us, or the last thing that we're going to talk about, is meeting other homesteaders. We continue to amaze people in communities and stuff. They don't understand what we're doing, why we're doing it. Even our own family members think that we're crazy. So when we meet other homesteaders and other people who are just as fired up about this as we are, it is awesome. I mean, we actually have people to talk to who know what we're talking about and who care about the same things that we care about.
And it's not just other YouTubers.
Right.
It's other homesteaders.
Right.
We just met a couple a few weeks ago who are in their 70s. And they have lived all over the country, and they now live here not far from us. We've befriended them, and they inspire us because they've lived this life. They've lived this life for a long, long time. And, you know, the gentleman actually said to me one day, he said, I wish I had done this when my kids were your kids' age, because I missed my kids growing up, and you're getting to spend all this time with your kids, and you'll never ever get that opportunity again. And that's true. Being home all the time, being homesteaders, we get to spend a lot of time with our kids, and we get to you know, watch them grow up. We get to help shape who they're going to be. So that is really a cool thing, and that definitely excites us.
Yeah.
The next thing is, name 4 things that relax you. Sarah and I were definitely on the same page about the first one, and that is going to church and being around our church family.
Yeah.
We just go to a real small country church just down the road from our house. Only about 35 people. But, you know, it's really strange when you move to a place that you've never been before, to an area where you know nobody, and yet you are so accepted by a group of people because of your faith, because you share this common faith, and that they're welcoming and open their arms and take you in, even though you're a real outsider. And so just being in church, being with God, spending some time every week, you know, in God's presence definitely relaxes us and gets us back on track.
Oh, the next one is fishing. Both Kevin and I love to fish. We used to do that a lot when we were dating. Obviously in the Phoenix area, there was like
not much fishing.
No fishing.
But we grew up in Wisconsin where there's a lot of fishing.
Yeah. So then when we moved to the Ozarks, to be able to start fishing together again has been pretty amazing. Unfortunately, you know, we don't get to go out fishing very often. We stay really busy on the homestead.
But we do have a creek just a quarter mile down the road. So we do get out to, you know, an hour here and there.
Right.
And it does. It gives you a real sense of relaxation.
Yeah. We have a great location, close to the water.
The next thing that relaxes is kind of a no-brainer, but it's being out of the city. When we were in the city, I mean, we lived in a suburb of Phoenix, but I mean, surrounded by millions of people.
Right.
You know, there was, you know, the road that went in front of our house, you know, was, you know, for almost a freeway. I mean, it was non-stop traffic, day and night, 24/7.
Right.
You never got away from it, and it was just always busy, busy all the time, and it was terrible.
And hot.
And being out here, I mean, we get a few cars that go by, especially in the summer.
Right.
People like to go down to the creek down the road from us to swim.
Right.
So we do get a few cars, but we're talking maybe 2 an hour, 3 an hour.
Well, in the winter, it's
in the winter, it's
3 a day.
It's like 3 a day. In the summer, it may be 1 or 2 an hour. I mean, it just depends.
Then,
you know, the weekends are a little, maybe we see a few more people, but you know, the nice thing is out here, we kind of get to choose how busy we want to be. If we want to have a slow day, we can have a slow day. If we want to have a really busy day, we'll have a really busy day. And that is just a good feeling.
And we're living out in the country and in kind of a rural environment. That's just more the way it is. I mean, in the city, everybody's just crazy, busy. But here, it's a little bit more of a slower lifestyle.
And the last thing that relaxes us is the peace of mind that knowing we're prepared.
Yes.
And that we're debt-free. We touched on that a little bit already, but the preparedness aspect of it, just knowing that we have the ability to take care of ourselves, we have the ability to take care of our family, and we have the ability to help contribute to our community here. All right, the final thing is to tag 5 other YouTubers to do this challenge. The first is someone that we featured on our channel not long ago, and that is Greg Carter from Greg Carter Outdoors. Super knowledgeable guy. If you have any questions about wild edibles, medicinals, or just want to hear someone talk about what's on their mind, Greg is your guy.
Yeah.
An exceptional guy. You've got to check out his channel. He's got so much to teach.
The second one is Yankee from Yankee Outdoor Adventure. Super awesome guy. He's really active on our channel with video comments and things like that. Always super encouraging, giving us thumbs up and you know, hard work, you know. Yeah,
I mean, he's a lot like Greg, where he's got a channel and he talks about subjects where he knows a ton.
Yeah.
So
super awesome guy.
The third guy is Dan from Home in the Sticks. Again, I mean, here's the thing. People start YouTube channels because they've got something to teach. They know something you don't know, and they want to share it. And Dan is one of those guys. He's just got a great channel. There's a lot to learn from him, and you definitely need to check it out.
The next channel is Simple Life Homestead, Andrew and Michelle. Great channel, great people. They just moved to Missouri, the Missouri Ozarks, north of us, kind of, I guess south of St. Louis, I think. And they've got a great channel as well, so you guys are tagged. Check those guys out too.
And the last one is Devin and the Hewitt Homestead.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing. Devin is like the opposite of me. He's full of energy.
Super outgoing.
Super outgoing.
Very animated.
I try, you know, I just kind of come off as this serious guy. If you met me in person, I'm not a very serious person about much of anything, but Devin is one of these guys who he explodes. You just see the energy in him, and a lot of that is because of his faith in Christ.
Yeah.
He is a guy who you can just tell is filled with the Holy Spirit, and it comes through in his videos. It comes through in everything that they do on their homestead, and so you guys are tagged as well.
Yeah,
so
great family, great man of God.
Right. So all of those homesteads are tagged. We're going to leave their links down in the description. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely do that. Subscribe to them. You know, as YouTubers, it's so important when people subscribe to us. I mean, Sarah and I, you know, we try to disconnect from the whole technology thing other than doing our YouTube channel. But I can tell you, when we wake up in the morning and we check to see where our subscriber list is, and we've seen that we've grown 15 or 20 people in a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing to us. We really just, it's amazing. And we know that God has a plan for us. We know that God has a plan for you, and that this is all going to work out. This is all in His hands. So these guys are tagged. Can't wait to see the videos that they put out, because personally I'd love to learn more about them as well.
Yep.
So that's it. We're going to wrap this video up. I know it's been longer than normal for us, but thank you guys so much for coming by the homestead today. We really appreciate you guys being part of our family. And until next time, take care and God bless. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the homestead today. We do truly appreciate every one of you for wanting to be part of our lives. We're now going to be putting out 5 new videos every week, Monday through Friday. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to check out the videos over here on the side. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time back on the homestead. God bless.